Welcome to the Soccer Tavern, where we're discussing the history, culture, and philosophy of the beautiful game. My name is Dave, and in this video we're talking about the Denmark men's national soccer team's history. Pull up a seat and let's start the discussion. Denmark is a country located in the northern part of continental Europe. The country has a population of about 5.8 million people. The Danish National Soccer Federation is a member of UEFA, which is the European Confederation in FIFA. Denmark plays its home matches at Parken Stadium, or Telia Parken, which is its sponsored name. It is located in Copenhagen and holds about 40,000 people. Denmark was actually the first country to form a national football or national soccer association on continental Europe. The Dansk Boldspil-Union, or DBU, was created on May 18th, 1889, and it is still the National Soccer Federation of Denmark more than 125 years later. Denmark was also a founding member of FIFA in 1904. The men's national team's nickname is the Danish Dynamite. The Denmark national team earned this nickname after bursting onto the scene with an offensively stacked team in the 1980s. The likes of Michael Laudrup, Preben Elkjar, Soren Lerby, and others ushered in a wave of support that culminated at the 1986 World Cup. The National Soccer Federation's crest is the same two colors as the Danish national flag. According to Danish legend, the flag first appeared during a battle in 1219, so it is almost 800 years old. The outside of the crest contains the name of the federation and the founding date. The middle of the crest has the stylized letters of DBU, which is an acronym for the Federation. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to identify why the design that looks like leaves and a flower above and below the acronym were used. I'm not sure if this was simply for style or if it has more of a meaning. If you have any other details to provide, please let us know in the comment section of the video. The Danish have played at 5 World Cup finals tournaments, including the 2018 World Cup. The country's best ever finish was 8th place in 1998. From a continental competition perspective, Denmark has participated in 8 European championships, and they won the 1992 Euros, which we'll discuss a little bit later. Denmark qualified for the 2018 World Cup by coming in 2nd place in UEFA World Cup qualifying in Group E. The country then won a playoff against the Republic of Ireland. They have been placed in Group C of the 2018 World Cup group stage. I'd like to highlight 3 of the best players in Denmark's history in this section. Allan Simonsen was a deadly striker who played in the 1970s and 1980s. He may be a bit forgotten when people talk about the best Danish players, but he is the only Scandinavian player to have won the Ballon d'Or, which is given to the best player in the world. Simonsen won the award in 1977 and played for some of the biggest clubs in Europe during his career. Peter Schmeichel is without question the greatest Danish and Scandinavian goalkeeper ever. He also could be considered one of the best goalkeepers in the world over the last 40 years. He made over 120 appearances for his country and played his club soccer for a dominant Manchester United team in the 1990s. And lastly, Michael Laudrup is generally considered the greatest outfield Danish player ever. He had all the tools of a great attacking midfielder: vision, control, passing, and even shooting. He was largely seen by his peers as the greatest player in the world in the early 1990s, but he failed to win the Ballon d'Or. Laudrup left the national team program for 3 years between 1990 and 1993 due to style of play conflicts, but he still picked up over 100 caps in his career. And some players to look out for on the 2018 World Cup squad: the star player is going to be Christian Eriksen, who is an attacking midfielder for Tottenham Hotspur in England. Eriksen is a creative player who can pass the ball extremely well and can hit shots from outside the box, including free kicks. And a breakout player to keep your eye on is Thomas Delaney, who is a solid central midfielder for Werder Bremen in Germany. If Denmark is going to have a good World Cup run, Delaney will need to be at the top of his game, supporting players like Christian Eriksen. Unsurprisingly, Denmark's 2 international rivals are other Scandinavian countries, Norway and Sweden. Denmark and Norway are Scandinavian neighbors in Northern Europe. As with most neighboring European countries, the two have a complicated history with each other. The natural rivalry between citizens adds intensity to matches between these two countries. Also, back in the early 2000s, press from each country hurled insults at the other after Euro qualifying matches. Most of the insults appeared to come from the Danish press at Norwegians. That has made this into quite a rivalry. And Denmark's other rival is Sweden. The two countries also share a complex history, but I'm going to focus on the soccer piece. The two have played more than 100 times dating back to 1913. The series is pretty even between the two countries. The most notable recent meeting came in a 2008 Euro qualifier match when Sweden went up 3-0 before Denmark drew the match 3-3. In the final minute, the referee awarded a penalty to Sweden, which prompted a Danish fan to run onto the field and try to punch the referee. The match was abandoned with Sweden awarded a 3-0 victory. That obviously helped fuel this rivalry. Denmark's record appearance holder is Peter Schmeichel with 121 caps according to FIFA. I also found some other sources that had 126 caps and 129 caps, so Schmeichel had somewhere between 121 and 129 caps in his career. The country's record goal scorer is actually two players, both tied with 52 goals. They were Poul Nielsen and John Dahl Thomason. And one last interesting fact for you about the Danish men's national soccer team: Denmark failed to qualify for the 1992 European Championships. The country finished second in their qualifying group to Yugoslavia. Civil war then broke out in Yugoslavia after qualifying, and 1 week before the European Championships were set to begin, Denmark was informed that they would be taking Yugoslavia's place. The country hurriedly threw a team together, and 1 month later, won the tournament in one of the unlikeliest of stories in soccer's history. The 92 European title is Denmark's only real major trophy. So there you have it, a bit of history on the Denmark men's national soccer team. If you have anything else to add to our discussion, please let us know in the comment section below the video. Thanks for stopping by the Soccer Tavern. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers!